Welcome everyone to the weekly Dubdate for Bobby Casserole. I'm Frankie Bastulo. Bobby.
This week we saw fierce competition between number 10 seed Gino Martello and 7th seed Spencer Connor in the grueling Allen division. Crowd favorite Gino Martello got off to a rocky start and was outdone by Spencer Connor's attempt at fireworks on Tuesday morning. JW's neighbors were not exactly thrilled with the 6:30 a.m. wake-up call, but the dub points did come through. Gino retaliated by dropping off a tasty Panera meal at Edgar's wheeling office, bringing this match to a standstill. Spencer Connor did his best Nostradamus impression, sculpting a tombstone out of a 900-pound block of ice with his competitor's name engraved in the frigid frontage. Gino attempted a comeback with a personalized gift, but he enjoyed the gift so much he kept it for himself. This poor game planning also kept Gino from making it to round 2. Final score, Connor, 4,768, Martello, 3,369. Friday?
The Delbrugge division, or Delbrugge, depending on what part of the United States you're from, brought a huge upset, with number 2 Jasmine Ridenour falling to Seth Eddy. All punchlines were intended for Jasmine winning. However, she, as most women tend to do, disappointed and dropped the ball. Final score, Eddy over Ridenour, 1361 to 1295. Jasmine could not be reached for comment, but if she was, I'm sure she would not say Ridenour. She would say Ridden Sour. Bobby?
Staying with the Delbrugge division, the man that holds the bracket's name had a very close call this week with number 16 seed Caleb Brown. He etched out a victory with only 40 points. We do have Lance Delbrugge himself live via satellite from Afghanistan to comment. Well, it appears Lance was not able to make the live via satellite taping. Maybe we'll see if we can talk to him later. Friday?
Moving forward to another round 1 matchup, Mike Smith, a number 2 seed, was upset by Kerry Reed in the Bumbico division in the first round. You know what this is, folks. The Bracket Buster! Dub point participant Eric Hersey, who had Smith going to the Sweet 16, gives us his opinion on the debacle.
Yeah, I'm ticked.
Fantastic. Wishful thinking from a wishful man. Final tally, Smith, 14-13, Reed, 22-84. Bobby?
With our final update of the evening, Corey Woods moved forward with the last minute over Justin Bungard. Corey Woods did make mention earlier in the week that a pending lawsuit would be at hand if JW did not reward him his due points. An investigation from Woods' round 2 opponent, Brad Uhrig, is pending to see if any violations of dub point law were tampered. We will keep you updated on this ongoing story.
With this week's preview of round 2, an interesting bout takes place between number 1 seed Leandra Allen and number 8 seed Charles Wilfong. This one might be the one to watch, folks. We're going to go live now to an interesting fan to see what his take is on the situation.
What the f*** are dub points?
Thank you for that. Bobby?
Breaking news. Eric Hersey, favored to make it to the Final Four, had a big week in round 1. Round 2 might seem to be a little tougher considering he faces John Wyatt Edgar's neighbor, Josh Clevenger. Eric Hersey paid for this following advertisement.
Josh Clevenger says he's just a neighbor. But what kind of neighbor has this in their backyard? Josh Clevenger says he voted for Obama. So if you're from West Virginia, you hate him. Josh Clevenger worked with the New Orleans Saints defensive coordinator. Does this mean he put a bounty on John Wyatt Edgar? Doesn't sound like someone you would want to represent you in Edgar Nation. Eric Hersey is a family man who treats Edgar right. Vote Hersey. Paid for by the following committee to elect Eric Hersey the next Dubpoints champion.
Thank you, Mr. Hersey.
Surprise to many, local Hermit and Steeler fanatic Justin Benline moved on to round 2. He'll be facing new Edgar Nation member Dustin Kawa in an epic matchup, folks. Stay in touch with this fight. Just in case you aren't familiar with Justin's face, here's a photo montage. Thanks for watching. Join us next week. And remember, It's a little scary out there, folks. Maybe you should stay inside with your loved ones, put on some hot cocoa, get the fireplace ready, and dub something. For Bobby Casserole, I'm Friday Bastulo.